Working with techniques. Within IEPPal, we provide you with an area to maintain a technique or activity bank. This bank is a list of the different things that you might do during a session that you will want to track scores for to determine a student's progress towards their goals and objectives. To maintain your bank, simply click on the Setup area, and you'll see that the technique list is the first thing that shows. As you can see in this sample list, there are quite a few entries that have a speech and language application to them. However, when you sign up for IEPPal, this list is empty for you to create whatever you desire here. So OTs, PTs, and any other disciplines can create their own set of activities or techniques. To add a new entry, you simply click the Add New Technique button, and you can give your new entry a name. You can put in an optional description as well as an optional target number of samples that you wish to collect during a particular session. Now the next item in the list is not optional, however, it's the minimum for valid. And what the minimum for valid is the minimum number of trials that must be collected during a session for the session to be considered statistically valid. So saying this a little differently and a little simpler, if a student named Joey is traditionally a slow starter and opens a session, say 1, 4, or 5, and then is interrupted for whatever reason, say a fire drill interrupts the session and you do not get to complete the session. But had you been able to continue on, you probably would have taken about 20 to 25 samples, and Joey probably would have been in a range of 17 or 18 correct out of 25. It's unfair to chart and record the 1 out of 5 20% score that he just recorded. So to account for that, what you can do is set a minimum for valid of, say, 7, so that if you don't get at least 7 samples in a session, that session is discarded from statistical reporting. However, we do record the fact that the session took place and that Joey was in a session and that you did record some scores. And then the final option is if you have turned prompting on for your user profile, but you do not wish to track prompts for this particular activity, then you can turn it off with this checkbox here. And you simply hit the Create button. Now once you create this list of activities, or techniques as we refer to them, you then can use them and apply them when you're building your IEPs. So let's jump over to a student to see how that shows. Let's edit, see the IEPs for this child, and let's edit this particular IEP. And you can see this one's pretty well built out, but let's say for the second objective here, produce sounds and stories, here's my list of activities. Let's say I'm going to, oh, there's the new technique we just added. Let's go ahead and add that to this IEP, starting on today, June 6th. And I click Attach. Now that technique has now just become one of the activities that I will track during a session when I record scores for Objective 2 for this particular child. That's how techniques or activities are logged and recorded in IEPPal.